Hey folks, Father Sympathy from Rigify Daz3d here. Today we're going to see an add-on that we have developed recently called Simple Retarget Tool for Blender. So with this tool, what you can do is basically you can retarget any motion capture data in Blender. For this example, we are going to use Mixamo BVH and iClone motion capture data, and we're going to retarget it in Rigify and Daz3d rig. Alright, human rig. You can also use any custom rig for it. So this tutorial, it will be a bit lengthy because we are going to demo many things here. So I will chapter it accordingly, and let's get started. So first, see the demo. So this one is from Mixamo. This is a Daz bipped character, and this is the Rigify bipped character. Okay, so if we see it here, you can see things are going on here. All right, so if I change the data to Samba, it will become like this. All right, and this one is another one. Okay, so now let's see iClone. This is iClone, and let's see where it is. Daz and Rigify. This is the Daz character, Rigify character, I mean Armature. Alright, let's change it to here. This one is lost, so let's see idle. There we go, let's see it from here. There we go. Alright, something like that. Alright, let's go to BVH. So this is the BVH. Let's see. Something like that. This is Daz and this is Rigify. Okay, let's change it to conversation. Let's say it like this. There we go. Alright. Also, there is more things you can do with it. You can do even in between animation here. So let's go for new, and let's create an action. Suppose somewhere here. Press I to create a location, and suppose we're going from here to here. Sorry, let's go here. Okay, press I for a location, and you can animate it like this as well. You can also use these for recorrection. So suppose it would be something like this, and it would be something like this. By default, you can do it like this as well, no problem. Okay, so now let's get started with the add-on and sim setup. Let's see. You will find the add-on here. The link will be in the description. Just download it and go to Blender, go to Edit, Preference, and Install, and just go to the zip, and here will be it is. Okay, I have activated it, so here it is. And the commands will be in pose mode. So go to the Armature tab, pose mode, and here in the pose mode you will see this simple retarget. What you can do is basically add them to the quick favorites. Okay, so from now on you will find them in queue. Press Q, and there will be retarget root, retarget muscle bone, and clear post constraint. So these are the three. Okay, so now let's see the scene. So here are two of our bipped character. One is from Rigify, one is from Daz. For Rigify, we are going to preference and check add-on of Rigify. Okay, and then Shift A, Armature. I'm going for basic human metric here, and I'm just going to scale it down a little bit to match it up. Press Ctrl A to scale the shift. Okay, and then go to edit mode, and realign all of this stuff, and then your setup will be done. Alright, for Daz, what we are doing is basically going to File, Import, and go to the FBX, and I'm not going to import anything here. What you need to do is basically uncheck Use Pre-Post Rotation, Manual Rotation uncheck, Armature, check this Automatic Bone Orientation, let me show it here, and check Force Connect Children, and then import your FBX. It will be done. Okay, very important thing is, if your FBX has a non-zero rotation, then you are in problem. So what you need to do is basically press Ctrl A and rotation. Okay, I mean apply your rotation. Location doesn't matter, but rotation matters. So apply your rotation to make it 0. Okay, that is called freeze rotation, or apply rotation, apply transformation and apply rotation. So same goes for Rigify as well, although by default it is 0, so not to worry, and other things are fine. All right, and yeah, another thing is, when we are talking about mocap, motion capture, we should not use inverse kinematics. We can use control rigs, but inverse kinematics is a no. So I have not tried with inverse kinematics because industry doesn't support it, but if you want to try it, use it with your own risk. And if you have a IK setup, then what you should do is basically, when you are working with motion capture, you need to disable the IK setup here as well. So that's why I have not generated any rig UI and stuff like that. Basically, motion capture is a very simple way of working. So yeah, now we're going to start working. First thing, we're going to use a Mixamo file here, Mixamo data, and we're going to retarget it with Daz and Rigify. Okay, so let's go File, Import, and go to the FBX. Here is my Mixamo. Here it is, Hip Hop Dance. Uncheck Use Pre-Post Rotation. Go to Armature, Automatic Bone Correction, and this manual orientation, uncheck it. It will help you to orient it automatically. So let's go import the FBX. Here it is. Okay, press N. You can see the manual orientation, the automatic orientation has oriented the right setup for us. So it is in rotation 90. If it was in 0 or something like that, you need to manually rotate it to 90. Pretty much important here. And after that, what you need to do is basically Control A and rotation, so it will become 0. The important part here is that you can see this is the front face, this is the front face, and this is the front face. So it is in negative Y direction. Okay, negative Y is the forward here. So this orientation setup needs to be done accurately, otherwise these things will break. So the rotation is now alright. We have zeroed out all the rotation and everything is fine. Okay, so there is also a scale. It is not needed, but if you want to, then you can press Ctrl A and scale to deltas. Then it will be 1. Okay, location doesn't matter. So now everything is alright. So let's get started. Select this Mixamo. I'm going to name it Mixamo, and select this Rigify 1. Press Shift and select this Rigify 1. Okay, select this, press Shift and select this Rigify Armature. Press Tab, go to Pose Mode. Okay, now we have pose mode. There are simple retarget. So first thing is basically I'm going to select the root here. You can see the root here. Okay, this is the root, and this Rigify root is there. It's called spine. Okay, and this is called hips. Okay, so select this, press Shift and select this. Okay, now you can go to pose, simple retarget root. We have already created a quick favorite, so press Q and retarget root. There we go. It will retarget the root for you. If you want to delete it, what you can do is press Q and clear pose constraint. It will clear the constraint. Okay, press undo it. So this is for root. Now it's simple. Just select this and let's select this, press Q and retarget muscle bone. Remember, root is only one. In this armature there is only one root. Other things, everything else is muscle. So press Q, retarget muscle bone. There we go. Then select this, press Shift retarget muscle bone. Select this, shift, retarget muscle bone. Okay, that's how we are working. Select this, press shift, retarget muscle bone. For some reason, if you want to delete one, you can select that bone, press Q and clear the pose constraint, and it will clear the constraint for you. Okay, so that's how we are working with it. Retarget muscle bone, and this was root. Okay, and this one is muscle bone. So that's how we are actually going to make everything here. So here muscle bone, here muscle bone, here muscle bone, here muscle bone. So let's see these in full. Okay, we're just targeting everything here. Simple. Okay, so this will be the neck, muscle bone. This will be the head, muscle bone. And what else? Actually, I think let's clear the constraint. This should be our muscle bone here. Okay, so if you want to check it a little bit, yeah, it's working. Okay, so let's go here, muscle bone, muscle bone, muscle bone, and here it is, muscle bone. This muscle bone, and this as muscle bone. Alright, so it is done. So if you want to see it, here it is. Alright, done. So get to the object mode, and it is already retargeted, so let's save it. Now let's see a Daz1. I'm going to select this, shift, select this armature, go to pose mode. Before everything else, Daz has a weird architecture, so let's go to object mode. This is a root bone, so let's go to edit, and let's make it like this. Okay, this is the root bone, and it should be here because the pivot, and there is a pivot thing here. So yeah, now let's select this, let's go to pose bone. This will be our root. Select this and this, press Q, retarget root. There we go. Okay, now everything else should follow on here, muscle bone. Okay, so there are some things you can see that for Daz, what we have done is basically this has a deform. Okay, and this has a deform, but there are some middle weird bones here which are actually pivot setup, so that's why we have unchecked these deforms, because these are not deformable bones. Okay, so okay, anyway, so here it is. I'm selecting here, and let me see, let me check it. Yeah, this is a deform one. So here Q, muscle bone, and here Q, muscle bone. So if this gets jumbled, what you can do is press select all, press A to select all. Actually, I forgot about my keyboard. There you go. Okay, yeah, where we were. So press select all, press A to select all, and then Alt R and Alt G. Okay, it will become a T-pose or rest pose, whatever it is. So here it is, skew, muscle bone, and then skew, muscle bone. Okay, so you need to decide which one is which, and then just assign it with your appropriate bone. Very simple. Okay, very simple. Yeah, it is muscle bone and something like that. Okay, so we have this is the root, this is the spine, so let's go for this and this, and let me see here, this. Okay, muscle bone, muscle bone, this is the muscle bone. All right, so here and yeah. Okay, let's see, go to object mode and let's see the stuff. Okay, now we will see how to recorrect this stuff. Let's see. Okay, so there are two types of recorrection. One is a global recorrection, something like this is maybe these thighs are really huge. So what we can do is basically go to the pose mode here, and what we can do is basically go to the global, and we can just sign it here, somewhere here, and sign it here, somewhere here. So this is for global recorrection. It doesn't need any in-between or animations, so we're just doing it like this to adjust our thing. Yeah, seems to be working perfectly. So it depends on the character size. Sometimes you have a very fat character, then you need to do it something like this. So yeah, okay, so for this it is all right, and maybe when it is from here, there we go. All right, anyway, so this is how you can do global recorrection. And there is another one that is called secondary recorrection. What is it? Let's see. So the secondary recorrection is something like this. Everything is all right, but we are seeing that these in-betweens have some issues. Okay, so it is coming from here like this. So what we can do here is basically to create a secondary animation. Let's go to action editor. Okay, let's go to dope sheet first, and from there go for an action editor. Okay, now select a new action here, and I'm going to name it hip hop. This character name is Daz3d, so I'm just going to name it Daz3d hip hop recorrection. Okay, and in this recorrection, what we're going to do is basically let's select this. Okay, and I'm going to create an eye, I'm going to create a location, I'm going to create a rotation. This one also has problems, so location and rotation. Okay, so now we're just going to animate it a little bit. So let's go for something like this. Actually, let's select this rather. Okay, I for location, I for rotation, location and rotation. All right, so now let's go here. You can see there is a penetration problem. Okay, and it is ending here. So what we can do is simply just retarget it here, press I, location rotation, and probably this one also, press I, location rotation, just like a simple animation. Okay, now we can correct up our thing here. All right, done. So this is called in between correction. Okay, now it is all right. Okay, now what we want to do is basically we want to also create some crazy stuff like yeah, here we are seeing some problem. So what we can do is basically press I for location rotation, and maybe here. Yeah, so let's use something like this, I location rotation. No, basic animation skill, doesn't take too much. Okay, I location rotation. So now the flip is done. That's how you can recorrect your stuff. Alright, now we're going to see how to create some animation, in between animation with it. Let's see. So create a in between animation. Suppose we want to create, I'm not sure, yeah, maybe somewhere here we want to rotate it a little bit. So let's press I location and rotation, I mean root, and here it is. So somewhere here it will rotate it like this, I location and rotation. There we go. And then it will come to Alt R and Alt G. So press I location and rotation. There we go. It's flipping. Alright. So you can create walk animation with it, something like that. Okay. So that's how pretty simply you can create your stuff. So if you are in Blender, then this will be happy. So you can just hide it, and you can do your own stuff here, no problem. But if you want to, you know, go with it in a game or some other application, what you need to do is basically you need to bake it. So let's see how to bake it. To bake it, just select this, press tab, go to pose mode, and here are your custom animations and stuff like that. So let's go to the F3 and let's type for bake action, and let's go for bake action here. Alright, let's uncheck only selected bones. Visual keying, I'm going to check it. Clear constraints, I'm going to check it. Overwrite current action, that means it will overwrite these current action here. And clean curves, let's check it. And bake data to pose mode. Okay, so let's OK, and it will do some stuff, and here we go. So now we have our stuff going on. So let's go to object mode and let's see what we have. So if I go to the timeline now, shift F12 to go to the timeline, and you will see your stuff. Okay, there we go. Everything is done and everything is good to go. So now if you want to clean it up a little bit more, what you can do is basically what you can do is basically go to pose mode and select all the stuff here, and let's go to graph editor, so you can see your graph. Okay, so what you can do is basically go for clean, actually let's right click, no, let's go for F3, clean keyframes. You can go for cleanup, so threshold. Okay, how much threshold it should have. Okay, but there are some motion problems, so I'm going for a 0.1, so it will be something good. Yeah, so you can do it, but this one is pretty much good here, so it is good to go. Alright, so now let's go to shift F12, and here it is. Okay, so here is your keyframe. So that's how you can make your keyframe, and then you can just select all of those and go to file, export, and go to FBX and other stuff you can do. Okay, selected objects and other thing, make animation. It will also make animation, by the way, so you don't have to, but you know, you can do it. So that's how you can bake your animation and stuff. So here it is. Alright, just for the record, that if you bake your animation, bake your action, then the constraints will be cleared. Okay, it needs to, otherwise it doesn't work. So the constraints will be cleared. This one has some constraint here. If I go to the pose mode, you can see some constraint here. This one doesn't have anything, it is just baked. Okay, just a simple bake. So that's why you should actually back up a file before doing baking stuff. Okay, now I want to show you another thing that is very common. So it's a Mixamo rig and it has a Mixamo hip hop, right? So I can import other mocaps, like import FBX. I can go to the Mixamo. Let's see Samba dancing. All right, use spiral off, automatic on, import. All right, that is imported. So it has the data that is called Samba. So I'm just going to create a Mixamo Samba. I'm in dope sheet action editor. Okay, action editor, Mixamo Samba, and I have created a fake user as well. So let's delete it, we don't need it. So now in action editor we can actually assign Samba. There we go. Right, as simple as it is. You can see that there is a hiccup. Why this hiccup is coming? Let's see. Go here, you can see that it is assigned with a hip hop correction layer. So let's close it. Okay, there we go, and then go to pose mode, Alt G, Alt R. There we go. Okay, now it is working. So if you need another layer of correction here, you can go to new. You can create a Samba, suppose Samba correction, and you can do your correction just like you did before. So something like it can be correction, it can be global animation or something. So let's press I, location and rotation, suppose here, and let's press I, location and rotation here. So I'm just going here, and I can go for something like this, I, location and rotation. There we go. Okay, and maybe from here it will go to Alt R, Alt G, I, location and rotation. So here is our animation of flipping animation. So when we are using a Samba correction, we are using Samba correction. When we are using here let's see, hip hop. Okay, you should use the Samba correction. We are using a fake user here, so then you should use hip hop. Okay, to get it updated, let's go to pose and sorry, it's a Mixamo hip hop. It should be hip hop correction. There we go. Okay, then it will become a hip hop correction. There we go. So whenever which mode you are using, and use your mode. This is the Mixamo hip hop, and this is the Mixamo hip hop correction. If you are using Samba here, you need to update your action as well. Okay, actually Samba correction. There we go. Okay, that's how you can work with it pretty much easily. So this is basically the tutorial, and now we're going to see iClone and BVH file as well. So everything is same actually there. So basically the tutorial is done. So yeah, if you want to watch that tutorial, BVH and iClone, then you're welcome. Otherwise, it is done. All right. Let's get started with iClone file. Import FBX iClone, iClone Armature. The setup is this: uncheck use post rotation, pre-post rotation, check animation. In the Armature section, automatic bone orientation checked. Okay, let's import it and let's wait. Alright, the armature is coming. So let's go for iClone. This iClone has some embedded actions. So let's go to dope sheet. Let's go to action editor. So this one is look around. The thing is here. Okay, so let's go to catwalk. There we go. This is the catwalk, so I'm just going to name it catwalk. There we go, and let's post it here. Okay, you can see the rotation is all right here, so not to worry. Although Ctrl A and rotation. There we go, and the scale is set to this. No problem with it, but it is better to use Ctrl A is equal to deltas. Okay, all right, and other things are pretty much same here. So let's see this one. Press tab. This is Rigify. Okay, so let's go. Select this iClone, Rigify, pulse mode, and other things are pretty much fine. So this is the root node, and this one is the root. So Q and retarget as root. There we go. Press Alt R, Alt G, and let's just retarget everything here. So press Q, muscle bone, and Q, muscle bone, and probably this one, Q, muscle bone, and let me see, this one, and Q, muscle bone. So let's check it. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. So now we're just going to time lapse, and let's complete it. So you are seeing that this rotation is not working. Actually, this is not the root bone. Okay, although it is named root, but it is not a root bone. This pelvis should be the root bone, because if we press G, this is works. So iClone has another factorium. So what we can do here is basically press Q and clear post constraints. It will clear all the constraints here. So now what we can do is basically just select this and select this, press Q, and retarget root. There we go. Alright, so now it is working perfectly, no problem. Alright, so let's go for Daz and iClone. First thing is, let's go to edit mode, and let's use this root here. There we go. And then what we're going to do is basically select this, and go to post mode. So let's settle the root first. So select this pelvis of iClone, and select this root, press Q, root of Daz, press Q, and create a retarget root. Now it will work. Alright, now as simple as it is, just parenting it. So let's see. Alright, so this is it. Let's go for BVH now. So let's go to File, Import BVH. If you can't find it, go to Edit Preference and search for BVH. Yeah, check it and it will be there. So let's go to File, Import BVH, and let's go for this one. I was working with weight, female 1 D2, and this was my setup. Okay, let's import, and it is there, but it is huge. So let's press S to scale down a little bit. Actually, let's go for delete file, import, and let's press BVH again, and this time let's go for weight, and let's use 0.1. Okay, let's import it. There we go. Alright, so probably somewhere here. There we go. Go to the property, and rotation is right. Okay, no problem. So Control A, and just go for scale to deltas here. If the rotation was rotated, we have to Control A and rotation. Okay, pretty much important. Okay, other things are actually pretty much same. So let's go for Rigify, and Daz will be same. For Daz, we were just going for something like this. This was the root bone, this was the root bone. Okay, and okay, let's go for Rigify and BVH, and go to pose mode, and this is our root. There we go. Q, retarget root. There we go. Other things are pretty much fine, so just go for it. Muscle bone, muscle bone. Let's go for time lapse. Alright, so this is it. Okay, and the Daz is actually pretty much same. What we can do is basically select this, shift, press pause, go to pause. This will be our root, and create a root. There we go. Okay, done. And then just do muscle bones and stuff like that. Okay, let's go for our time lapse, and let's see. Alright, here we go. All done. So that's it. I'm Father Sampati from Switch Virus here. We're going to send us time. Bye bye.